Testing audio, testing audio. Can you hear me, please? All right. Hello, everyone. This is Victor with the Spanish Couch. How are you doing today? Sorry I'm a little late on the stream tonight. I was just trying to do my research, make sure that the topic for today was completed properly. I also wanted the babies to go to sleep because the babies are always so excited to see the videos. So I'll go ahead and this particular stream, or like the streams that we're doing now, they're particularly for people who are learning in a more advanced Spanish. The accent marks are our subject for, or the subject was accent marks for our previous stream, and so it is going to be we're gonna go ahead and finish the subject today. So the only thing that I have today that could possibly be uh, chaos are my two little kittens, but it's okay. I like the kitties. Alright. If you don't know who I am, my name is Vic. I'm with the Spanish Couch. We go through our usual live stream to teach you a little bit of Spanish every day. And this Tuesday that we went through, or last Tuesday, this Tuesday this week, it was October 31st. We went through a live stream where we teach the basic fundamentals or the basics of the accent mark on a written language of Spanish. And today we're going to be finishing the topic. Let me go ahead and pull up my presentation here. So the one things that, well, we're just going to go ahead and skip this because this is from the previous stream. So we're going to go ahead and review like we always do on our Tuesdays and Thursday stream. Let me go ahead and try to pull myself away from over here to over here. I'm trying to figure out inverted. All right, there we go. Okay, so our reviews for this for Thursday is going to be obviously we always review how to say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Buenos dias for good morning, buenas tardes for good afternoon, and buenas noches for evening and night. So since it is the night time, we are going to say good evening or buenas noches. Buenas noches, ¿cómo están? Our vowel song, we always want to make sure that the vowels are like in your head, like no matter what, because pronunciation for Spanish, once you get the vowels down, you'll pretty much learn like almost like second nature to start reading out Spanish words with consonants once you start to learn the syllable parts of it. So a, e, o, u, and we have a song for that. Abeja, elefante, iguana, oso, urraca. Abeja, elefante, iguana, oso, urraca. A, E, I, O, U. A, E, I, O, U. Alright, and the last thing that we went through the last time on our Tuesday stream, we went through the accent marks rules, or the basic accent mark rules. The accent mark on the last syllable is written only if there is a vowel, an N, or an S. So in a situation where the sentences or the syllable has like a stressed syllable at the end, there will be an accent mark only if it ends with a vowel, an N, or an S. If the accent mark is supposed to be written on the second to last syllable, In other words, if the word is being stressed at the second to last syllable and it has to be written, the if the word doesn't end, or the word should not end with a vowel, an N, or an S. And then a written accent is on a stress syllable before the second to last syllable in every case. So if there's a word, a really long word, you're seeing like 3 or 4 syllables long, and the word is being stressed on the second to last syllable, then you will have to write it in every case. It doesn't matter whether it's an N or an S or vowel, you will have to write it, or you have to write it down. In most cases, what is in most cases our accent mark, it's not written. Like, Google may be able to help you with some words, but I think in most cases it should be able to help you just trying to search a word to try to get that. But if you're, like, let's say, writing it yourself in the middle of nowhere and you're trying to, or like a test where you're being tested for an accent mark, these are the rules that you need to follow to make sure that you are properly putting an accent mark in the word that you're using. So that being said, we're going to go ahead and move on. So these are some of the examples of some of the words that let me go ahead and move here. Some of the words that we would use the accent mark on: cartón, or a box; carton, like cardboard, I'm sorry; ciclón, sarampión. That's one of those words where ion is automatically telling you, hey, the accent mark is going to go there no matter what. Estás, jamás, y café. Examples of the second to last: árbol, lápiz, fácil, portátil. And then examples of the second to last: gramática, pateológico, patriótico. And this last one right here, patriótico, was actually one of those words that was like, okay, this one might actually be a little bit different, which is gonna be walking into our next subject. Well, first of all, I just want to ask in general, you guys have any questions about the stream today? Let me go ahead and move myself out of the way. Sorry, every time I just grab the wrong thing. Hold on a second. There we go, I grabbed myself there. If you have any questions about our stream, or if you have any ideas, or any rules you would like us to review, please mention to us on the comments, on the chat. We also have a TikTok if you want to send me a message through there, or if you want to put it on the comments below here on YouTube, that's completely fine too. And here's our books links here. My lovely assistant has put the links below on our links on the chat, so if you want to follow, or if you want to know the particular books that we're using to help you with learning Spanish, you can do so by clicking on the link. Alright, with that being said, I want to go ahead and move on to the topic I was trying to talk about. Let's see, there we go. So the topic for this week is going to be, or for today, Thursday, is going to be the accent mark and the diphthongs. Diphthongs. They're called diptongos in Spanish. My gosh, my kitties are fighting, but like they're play fighting. So don't worry, guys. Just like we always have things happening here in the house. But alright, so diphthongs or diptongos are in Spanish like a vowel it's like a single, it's a Spanish word that has two vowels, or and the letter Y and a vowel together in one syllable, and they are single syllable, and that's pronounced in a single syllable. Give me 1 second here. Okay, and by what I mean by this, diptongo is basically we're making it of two vowels, a single syllable, and this comes up in words like agua and hueso, bone, hueso, agua, water. You see that there's two vowels together. This is a diptongo, or diphthongs in English. I don't know why they call it this, but diptongo. And this is where you have u, like you have an u, and then you have an e, and then they almost sound together as one. Instead of saying eso, you say hueso, hueso. Instead of saying agua, you say agua, agua. Now, diptongos can be separated by an accent mark. If a word is stressing out a specific vowel on the letter, that is when we're going to be doing a written accent. So, a diphthong can be separated by an accent mark when the vowel is stressed. And at that point, we put an accent mark. In this case, like country or país, we would put an accent mark on the I, país. River in Spanish is río. Now, you just say río and you'd be like, okay, R-I-O. But if you you have to put an accent on it when you're writing it down. So in other words, you say río, where we're stressing the I, río. So it's written on the I. So duo. Now in Spanish and English, that's I think the same thing. It's like a duo, like two people together or two things together. Duo, río, país, día. Those are the words where there's a diptongo, where there was two vowels, but it was separated because of the accent mark, or because we're stressing out that first syllable or second syllable in this case. For country, it's the second syllable, and for river, it's the first syllable. Okay. All right. Then let me go ahead and pull up next thing here. Now, the last part of the accent mark, and I might have to actually get myself. There we go. No, I can make it. There we go. I made it here. All right. So the last subject that we have for accent marks is possessive adjectives. In possessive adjectives, possessive adjectives are accent mark rules that we follow in Spanish that change the meaning of the sentence. Sorry, I don't know why I was writing and I guess I didn't check my sentence there. But the accent mark will be required based on how you write the sentence. So for Spanish, when we're writing out you and your, we don't really have the word your. And my and me don't really have the word my. In order to correct this, or in order to go ahead and make a possessive adjective, we use the accent mark to differentiate the two of them, and we use the same word. So in me versus me without an accent mark means my, like my stuff. Possessing stuff, possessing adjective. Possessive adjective, that's what it means. It means like you're talking about something that belongs to you in the sentence, or something that belongs to he or she, they, you, and so on and so on. And then the other one where it's me with an accent mark, that is talking specifically as yourself or that person specifically. So me, de me. I have two examples here for the sentences. The first sentence, mi comida se ve sabrosa. My food looks delicious. My food, it belongs to me. Possessive adjective, mi comida. Esa comida es para mí. That food is for me. When we're saying for me, or when it belongs to like me in this case, we will write the accent mark on that word. And there's and then I also use do as another example. Do and do. We have do without an accent mark and do with an accent mark. So based on what we're talking about, do with an accent mark means you, and then do without an accent mark means your. Tú tienes comida sabrosa. You have delicious food. And then without an accent mark, your food looks delicious. Tu comida se ve sabrosa. So whenever we're using a possessive adjective for the you, he, she, or like it's not he, she, the I would say me, you, them, ours, and like that. Those parts where we would use the verb to change the verb. If we have in this situation like do and do, unless you're possessing, you're not gonna take off the accent mark. But if you're talking about yourself, then an accent mark will be there. Okay. So that being said, that was the second, like that was the last part where we would stress accent mark. The only other time you would ever stress another accent mark again is if there was a different word, let's say from a different language. That might stress an accent mark otherwise. That we don't, it would be introduced to in Spanish, that we would just say the same like in English. That's weird. Looks like this. Okay, I was about to say, did I lag a little bit? Alright, let me go ahead and finish up. So again, these are our subject or our books that we're using. Here's the ISBNs. Here's our socials. Again, if you want to keep up with our Spanish Couch stuff, like our words, we go through words almost every day. I did Day of the Dead part 1 and 2 this week. I just finished part 2 today. We also had a Halloween part 1, part 2. Tomorrow, Friday, I'm thinking about doing something different, but it's gonna be based on fall. So we'll see how it goes here. We'll just go ahead and pick 5 words for you guys to learn. And if you have any questions here, specifically Spanish in 100 days has some of the information that I was talking about. So if you want to look up the book, or if you want to purchase the book on either Amazon or Barnes & Noble, then we have Spanish in 100 days that will help you with that rule process. And check us out on YouTube. Subscribe so that you can learn some more stuff. And I think we will go ahead and kind of review for the next week some of these things, because me telling you the subject, the rules of it, we didn't really practice with them, and I want to practice them a little more, so that way you're like, okay, that's the rule, that's the basic rule, that's the possessive adjective rule, and that's the diphthong or the diphthongo rule, so that way you can tell them apart when you're writing them down. Okay. With that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and finish the stream here. I know it was a little bit short. Thank you guys so much for watching the streams with me. I know you guys are thank you. I know you guys are making an effort to learn Spanish a little bit every day, and if you want to tell me in the comments or let me know in some way how advanced are you in Spanish, saying, hey, look, I know how to read, or I don't know how to read, I don't know how to write yet, can you go through some of the basic stuff for me? Just let me know. We'll go ahead and try to work with you, because that's what we want to do. We want to reach every, like, I want to reach every person that is learning Spanish, and trying to meet them at what point they are, what level of Spanish you would say. Some people say that I only know level 1 Spanish, just enough to get me by. Level 2 Spanish, just enough to read. Level 3 Spanish, just I talk and I read, but I don't know how to put the accent marks, so I don't know how to make sentences by myself. Things like that. That way we can go ahead and kind of help you individually. Okay. That being said, thank you so much for watching the stream, and subscribe, follow us, and yeah, we are non-profit. We haven't received profit at all from any company as of yet. So if you have anything that you can donate to us, you can help us with the links here. I'll go ahead and provide a link. Let me go ahead and pull it back up here. We have, it's like a tip link where you can donate underneath our Patreon page, and just click on the link and it'll ask you how much you can donate, and then you can just put in a donation, and that will support us in our process here to help you learn Spanish. Okay, so anything counts to help us out. Okay, thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful night. Okay, happy Dia de los Muertos part 2, and have a